Where were you when you heard the news? We're going to talk about that right now. Hey everybody, Chris King here. Welcome back to my Love Live Music YouTube channel. The question today is, where were you when you got the news? And the news I'm talking about kind of refers to the week or the month that we've had. We've seen deaths of big time rock and roll country music names, Jerry Jeff Walker, Eddie Van Halen, Billy Joe Shaver, Tony Lewis from the Outfield, Spencer Davies from the Spencer Davies Group. Several deaths in the music business. And where were you when you got the news? That's what I want to know. Forever, it seems like people ask the question, where were you when you heard that Kennedy got shot? Well, that was before my time, but I've certainly heard that phrase before. As it comes to my life, a lot of times I've had conversations with people about where were they when they heard about Elvis dying, or where were they when they heard about Kurt Cobain, or Michael Jackson, or Prince, or David Bowie, or any of the other big names, Tom Petty, Scott Weiland, Chester Bennington, Chris Cornell. The list goes on and on. We've lost a lot of big time performers through the years. The answer to a lot of those kind of depends on what year it is, because I can tell you in 1977, I was a little kid in the back of the car with my mom and my aunt driving to go eat lunch when the news came over the radio about Elvis. I can remember showing up in 5th grade on that December morning, and all of the teachers were crying because John Lennon had been killed the night before. I can remember shopping at Dillard's. I was in the shoe section at Dillard's in the early 90s when I heard one of the salespeople say to the other, "Did you hear about Kurt Cobain?" And I immediately went to a payphone, and this was before the internet, of course. So I called my mom at work and I said, "Hey, turn on the news." And sure enough, Kurt Cobain had died. And I knew it in my heart as soon as I heard someone say, "Did you hear the news about Kurt Cobain?" When Michael Jackson died, I had just woken up from a nap and I was headed to work when I saw that on the news. When Prince died, I was at work and I was on a kitchen shift without my phone on me until I came off the shift, and I saw so many messages, 75 or 80 messages from friends saying, what had happened. But in the year 2020, things are different because so many of us aren't out. We're just getting this information from the internet. So when I say, where were you when you heard the news about Eddie Van Halen? The answer is probably that you were surfing the internet. You were on Facebook. You were on Instagram and just started seeing people post up on Twitter about it. That's where the world is now, I guess. And I say that and I ask these questions because when Billy Joe Shaver died a couple of days ago, I was set up in my little studio room in my house and I was getting ready to make my video. And I got the call from a friend of mine letting me know that a lifelong friend had killed himself. So I sat there as I was halfway into making my Billy Joe Shaver Has Died video when I got this news. And it hit me that this was another instance that I will never forget where I was in that moment when this happened. So where were you when you heard the news about Lane Staley or Lemmy? Where were you when you heard the news about David Bowie or Tom Petty, John Prine, Leonard Cohen? As we lose these musicians year after year, you wonder when we get to the point that there's no one left to lose. It also makes you think that You always wish you had that one more shot to see someone perform, or that one more conversation to have with someone close to you that isn't here anymore. If you've got a story about where you were and how much you remember losing one of your favorite rock stars, drop it in the comments. The day after I got the news about my friend, I was driving to work. I had Spotify on shuffle through my favorites list. And ironically, the first thing that came up was She Sells Sanctuary from the Cult's Love album. And that's one of the albums that my friend and I bonded over when we were freshmen in college so long ago. I liked the Cult's Electric. He liked the Cult's Love album. And I grew to love that album because we listened to it together so many times. So hearing that song come up randomly on Spotify, you know, that was a moment for me. Right after that, Spotify jumps to Remedy by the Black Crowes. And about 4 minutes into that song, there's a great breakdown, great percussive breakdown where it's a guitar and it's some percussive instruments and Chris Robinson singing, "I need a remedy for what's ailing me." And I was thinking about my sadness in the moment, missing my friend, thinking about what could have been different. And as I'm singing and hearing a remedy for what's ailing me, a remedy, and that remedy is the music, right? Because we've all still got the music. Check out some more of my videos. You'll see that I've got a couple that are popping up right now. This is the Love Live Music channel. Love you guys. Stay safe.